Hola and bonjour. I'm Bethan from the Languages team at Twinkl, and in this video I'm going to be talking you through how to use our new Lightning Languages scheme. Lightning Languages is an adaptable and flexible primary languages scheme of work, with lessons that can be picked up and taught in any classroom without requiring any prior preparation, no matter who is doing the teaching. Each unit can be used as a standalone resource, as part of the overall Lightning Languages scheme, or even to supplement existing schemes or resources that you're already using. This video will talk you through how to use these resources to fit within your school's curriculum and timetable. Firstly, it's important to note that our Lightning Languages units cover the statutory requirements for language learning in two progressive levels: Liftoff, which is aimed at 7 to 9-year-olds, and In Orbit, which is aimed at 9 to 11-year-olds. The units in each level can be taught in any order, although there is naturally some progression built in if taught in consecutive order. The resources provided within these distinct levels vary slightly, and this video will cover these where relevant. Whether you're using a liftoff or an in-orbit unit, the intention is the same: for pupils to learn and retain, through recap and repetition, a set of core vocabulary words and key sentence structures. Because this curriculum is designed to be used flexibly, each individual unit follows a standard progression pathway, from noun and determiner to phrase and sentence level, and then on to asking and answering questions, so that children will make significant progress within each unit of work. This enables children to develop practical communication skills through every unit and to ensure that they're meeting curriculum goals. What is also important to note is that each Lightning Languages unit is designed to take 3 to 6 lessons, and that the minimum unit content can be covered by simply delivering the 3 to 4 PowerPoints. Each one is designed to be used as an individual lesson, and by working through these PowerPoints, you will cover all the basic content required to teach the 4 skills of reading, writing, speaking, and listening, as well as the relevant grammar, phonics, and vocabulary within a particular topic. Each of these individual PowerPoints has been designed to be delivered in a maximum of 30 minutes by specialists and non-specialist teachers. So these do not require any prior preparation, printing, or any reading or writing of complicated lesson plans. To sum up, for those who are finding that curriculum time for languages is limited, you can cover all the core content by simply delivering the 3 or 4 unit PowerPoints without creating any additional workload. The PowerPoints differ slightly between Liftoff and In Orbit, and not only in the complexity of the content. Our Liftoff units feature a song and more games and interactive activities to support the learning of the key vocabulary and sentence structures, whereas our In Orbit PowerPoints feature tasks such as translation, dictation, and dictionary skills to prepare children for these tasks at secondary level. There is also guidance and support given within the In Orbit PowerPoints to help teachers deliver some of their classroom instructions and content in the target language, and increase the use of this within language lessons as learners get older. For those who'd like to extend their languages curriculum, we've also provided additional supportive and interactive resources that can be used flexibly and if time permits. It's therefore possible to extend each unit to cover 6 or more lessons using these additional resources. For example, to follow on from the unit PowerPoints, there is an activity booklet with activities to complement each one. So you may decide to extend each lesson to an hour using the activities in the booklets as writing or independent tasks. Another option is to divide the PowerPoint content up over several shorter lessons, using the activity booklet to reinforce and revisit content in between. Alternatively, you could even send it home as homework or revision at the end of a unit. Again, the 2 accompanying videos for each unit can be used in a similar way. Through the 3 pillars video, children will recap the main vocabulary for the unit, as well as revisit some of the phonics and grammar rules related to the unit content. So this is a great resource to use, either following the first lesson or as a separate activity to recap or extend learning at another time. Each unit also links to a cultural point, which is introduced in the PowerPoints, but covered in more depth in the culture videos. These are a great resource for cultural capital, which is woven throughout the Lightning Languages scheme. They can be used within a lesson. Sometimes there are even links prompting you to do this, or as an additional topic-based or standalone research lesson at another time. Similarly, we also have a selection of interactive activities to link with each unit. These can be used within a lesson to recap and practice vocabulary, sentence structures, and cultural content, if you have the time and resources to do this, or they can be accessed independently by children, either in class or set as home learning. Each unit also has either an ebook with audio for lift-off units or an interactive reading comprehension activity for in-orbit units. Again, these can be used in a whole class scenario within a lesson to recap or revise the topic vocabulary or accessed independently by children at another time. Finally, for each of the main topics, we also have a sentence building pack, in which you'll find a PowerPoint drawing together all of the content from the unit. This supports children to develop the skills of adapting and interchanging the vocabulary and sentence structures they've learnt. These PowerPoints encourage children to make links between the current unit vocabulary and what they've learnt in other topics. Within the in-orbit PowerPoints, we've also added challenge activities for classes or individual learners to extend their learning. Our sentence building packs also include a specially designed knowledge organiser to support children's sentence building skills and one or more writing activities. These packs can be used throughout the unit lessons or as a separate lesson at the end of the unit to draw together and embed everything the children have learnt. As previously mentioned, the minimum unit content can be covered using the 3 to 4 PowerPoints in 30-minute lessons. However, here is a suggestion for what a 6-week plan could look like using all of these resources in longer sessions of an hour or more. For weeks 1 to 3, you can deliver the PowerPoint and children could complete related activities from the activity book. In week 4, you could recap the unit content using the 3 pillars video and children could complete the word, sentence or super sentence tasks in the activity booklet independently. Week 5 could be a sentence building lesson and follow-up writing activity. In week 6, you could read the ebook story to recap content from the unit, followed by the assessment, which you'll find in the teacher pack. And for homework or any additional tasks, you could then use the interactive games to practice content that's been learnt. This demonstrates exactly how flexible the resources within our Lightning Languages scheme really are. For each unit, we've also provided a thorough and comprehensive teacher pack containing a full planning overview. As mentioned previously, you can easily deliver the core content, that's to say, the unit PowerPoints, without requiring any prior preparation or reading or writing of the lesson plans. But for those who would like additional guidance, this document features all the main unit aims, a list of the key vocabulary and grammar covered in the unit, an overview of each PowerPoint lesson, ideas for extending the unit with additional resources, as well as suggestions for how to use the sentence building pack. There are also detailed sections on adaptive teaching and how to stretch and challenge your higher attaining pupils, and about formative and summative assessment opportunities. As well as the unit overview, the teacher pack will also contain useful resources to help with planning, teaching and assessment. These include printable adaptive teaching resources and visual aids, such as a knowledge organiser, word mat, set of flashcards and some sentence starter cards. We've also included an editable formative assessment grid and a summative assessment test, which you could use to measure progress at the end of the unit. In order to make our resources as flexible as possible, Lightning Languages has been written to be fully compliant with the curriculum expectations for England, Scotland and Wales, as well as the draft curriculum for the Republic of Ireland. So within this teacher pack, you will also find curriculum links documents for these countries to help you plan and track coverage of curriculum expectations across all the resources in each unit. Because we've designed Lightning Languages to meet all main curriculum expectations within each unit, you have the flexibility to design your own curriculum depending on how much time you have, or even if you're teaching mixed age classes. Both Liftoff and In Orbit will offer an introductory unit as well as 12 topic-based units. This means you can select your preferred route to deliver your chosen language. For maximum opportunities to meet curriculum requirements, you could choose to deliver a unit per half term in an order that suits your timetable, For example, you may choose to study a suitable unit alongside a specific topic from another subject, where you could make cross-curricular links. Each unit overview offers you suggestions of when units could be taught and which units follow on well from each other. However, we know that not all schools will necessarily have time available for a dedicated languages lesson each week, and we would therefore suggest that you aim for a minimum of 3 to 4 units per year to allow children to make substantial progress and develop confidence and fluency in speaking, listening, reading, and writing. As more units are released, we will of course provide a range of different ready-made pathway suggestions of how to progress through the scheme to help you with your planning. Finally, to ensure that this scheme meets the needs of learners in as wide a range of settings as possible, you can also choose to start your pupils' language learning journey with our Lightning Languages Sparks units, which are designed to introduce French or Spanish to younger learners in an interactive and engaging way. These sessions can be delivered to under sevens as your first steps in building awareness of languages and cultures. Sessions are designed to last no longer than 15 minutes, so could even be used for lunchtime or after school club, or as a quick way of introducing an additional language. These resources are also ideal for use at home. There is a focus on communication skills through repetition, games, and songs, as preparation for meeting curricular requirements in older year groups. We hope this video has helped to explain the many ways in which you can adapt our flexible new scheme to meet the curriculum requirements in your setting. We can't wait to hear what you think of Lightning Languages. If you have any feedback, comments or questions, please find us on social media or contact us through Twinkl Cares. Look out too for our regular Teach Meets to help support you with language teaching and learning.